Hey, you guys come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. As you guys come on in, say hi, hello, hey. So, like I say, those of you that are joining us, hopefully this is live the way that I want it to be. Once again, it's been a little glitchy, but we're going to make things work. So, first of all, let me know that whether or not you guys can hear me. As you come on in, once again, say hi, hello, hey. Those of you that may be new to my space, welcome, 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 welcome. My name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for established Christian female coaches who desire to accelerate their income and their impact without compromising their Christian values. Those of you, if you're catching us on the replay, type in hashtag replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff, and I will do my best to respond back to each and every one of you guys. And so, you guys, like I said, first of all, let me know whether or not you can hear me once again. For whatever reason, at the very beginning of my lives, the audio or the video has been a little funny. So I just want to make sure that you guys are actually with me. And once again, as you can see from the title, this is going to be a quick live. What they say, I'm not going to be before you long. And that's going to be as well because I have some things I'm preparing for the live workshop tomorrow for cohort two. Hey, Amy, can you hear me and everything? Let me know. Can you hear me? I'm preparing for the live workshop that we're doing for cohort two of the 30-day sales challenge. So once again, I won't be before you guys long. I just want to have this little conversation and then we're gonna hop off. So hopefully, if you can't hear me, there we go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive on into today's conversation. Once again, as you can see from the title, there we go. Perfect. So as you guys can see from the title of this particular live, I just want to have this conversation. I'm speaking to my Christian female coaches today. So once again, I was very strategic in this particular title because I want us to have a conversation. So if that title does not resonate with you, it's cool if you hop off. It's all good. It's all good. I will not be offended if you hop off because you realize this is not for you. And so I just want to have that conversation with you of, what do you do when, and I should have said, when it appears as if things are not working. And so, I've been in this thing for a while, and I have tons and tons and tons of conversations, either conversations with my clients or either on sales calls or conversations in Messenger, with my Christian female coaches. And so I'm privy to information about some people and some things that's going on that maybe people in their general public or people that may be in their audience are not privy to the information. And so, when you get to that place where you feel like literally you've done everything you know to do. So it reminds me of that song. What is that song? After you've done all you can, you just stand. And so, what do you do in your business, specifically in your coaching business, when you feel like you've done all the things? And so, of course, when we're talking about all the things, so whether or not it's how you show up in your business, so whether or not it's via your social media, your email list, in-person events, if you blog, in any of that stuff, the things that we're told to do, that type of thing. Hey, Megan. So it's like, what do you do when you're doing all the things? You feel like you're showing up consistently. You know what I'm saying? You feel like your messaging is on point. You feel like you're talking to the right people. You feel like you're putting your messaging out there, and once again, either it's not landing. And so the main thing when it comes to the landing part, because you guys know I'm gonna get right to the core of it, it's not translating either into whatever the goal that you have. So say for instance, you have a goal to grow your Facebook group and your Facebook group is not growing, or you have a goal to grow your email list and your email list is not growing, or you're setting these revenue goals month after month after month and you're not hitting those revenue goals. So that's what I'm talking about when I say, you feel like you're doing all the things, specifically revenue wise, but you feel like you're doing all the things. You feel like you're hearing from God. You feel like, you're doing what it is that he's showing you to do in your business. But once again, the things are not translating, here in the physical with the things, what he told you in the spiritual. So whether or not, it was through prayer, whatever it was, those conversations that you have with him. And so I just have a couple of things to kind of encourage you guys, as we finish out another week. Here we are, the second week here in October. And so I just want to encourage you guys for a few minutes. And then once again, we're just going to go ahead and go with the rest of our day. And so just a couple of reminders for you guys, trust what he showed you. So whatever it is that he's shown you, the things that he showed you, so whether or not he showed you through his word, whether or not it was through dreams and visions, however it is that he communicated those things to you, go back to trusting, go back to having that faith and that belief in what it is that he's shown you. Because remember, his word cannot return back to him void. So if he told you that a thing is going to come to pass, that thing is going to come to pass. And so you want to hold on to that thing. So that reminds me, all these songs are popping up in my spirit as I'm talking. So that reminds me of the Jacqueline Carr. I think all of us can relate to it, relate to this. Like all of us have been in that space where once again, what you see in the physical does not match up with what he showed you in the spiritual. Hey, Tessa. And so once again, you're just sitting here like, okay, God, okay, God, okay, God, like God, you see what's going on, God, you know what's going on, okay, that type of thing. And I'm talking business wise, but this could be anything. This could be anything in your, in your life, your career, your health, any of those things. And so, like I said, it reminds me of that Jacqueline Carr song, Jehovah Jireh, where you feel like, oh, God, all I have is your word. Like everything else, me looking at everything else here in the physical, it's not lining up. And God, all I have to go on is what you told me. All I have is this word, this book that I'm holding on to, your word and your promises, the things that you told and shown me. And so you guys, like I said, continue to trust in what it is that he showed you. So make sure that you keep that at the forefront of what's going on. So once again, when I tell you I love that song by Jacqueline Carr, Jehovah Jireh, such a powerful song. And so my thing is, stand on that. Hold on to that. I was talking to my intercessory team about the fact that, and for whatever reason this past week, actually the past 2 weeks, we were just talking about our angels and the fact that your angels respond to God's word. And so once again, we just want to ensure that our word is in alignment with what he's told us. And of course, it reminds us of Daniel in the Bible when the angel came to him and said, well, hey, we heard you when you first said the prayer. And so once again, it's all good when you say that prayer on Monday. You're standing, you're praising, you're speaking in tongues, you got your soca music on, you got your worship on, you're on your knees, all of that stuff. But then when Wednesday rolls around and then Friday rolls around and you're looking like, God, this was due on Wednesday. Okay, God, it's the following Monday, like that type of thing. And so once again, just that reminder to trust in what it is, and once again, sometimes it can be, here's another song that popped up. What's her name? Tamala Mann's song that she had out a few years ago. Well, once again, sometimes it feels like, I hear you, Bev, and I hear you on the spiritual side, and and I hear what you're saying over there. But Bev, once again, I see what's going on here, and I see what's going on in the physical. And sometimes it can be frustrating when you feel like people are just throwing these spiritual things at you, and it's like that ain't working. Like, what's going on, Bev? I've been praying, Bev. I've been fasting. I've been all of the things that we feel like we're supposed to be doing, and it still doesn't look like it's translating here in the physical. And always that reminder, though, that he is working things out behind the scenes. And once again, it always goes back to us being entrepreneurs. If this ain't a faith walk, a faith walk on a completely different level, being that entrepreneur, and like I said, especially as a believer in business, that faith walk is so different. And so once again, just that reminder for you to trust what it is that he's shown you. And once again, remember that his word cannot return back to him void. You guys, if you don't have, to me, having that circle of believers in business, specifically those people, and when I say you can have a circle of believers, you have that circle, but specifically those people that are other entrepreneurs, I feel like that's extremely important as well. Because once again, it's something like, you love your mama to death, but if she doesn't understand being an entrepreneur, you love your sister and them to death, but once again, it's that entrepreneurial piece that's a little bit different. And so my thing is surrounding yourself with other believers in business, I think is extremely important. Because once again, when you go to them and you like, look here, I've done the prayers, I've done I did all these things here, and look, where are the clients? I just saw somebody out there and they made a post out there, and they just saying, that God is bringing them to people. And, I just told God, hey, this your business, and I turned this business over to you. And then all of a sudden, all these influx of people are coming in, and you're seeing these things, and you're reading these things, and you're hearing these things. And your automatic instinct is, what's wrong with me? That's one of the first questions that automatically come to you is, what's wrong with me? And I feel like us as believers, we end up falling into the trap where we feel like we have to do more of the things to be able to, hey, minister, to be able to, get yourself into that space. And so when I say all of the things, that's when we start to do, more of the praying, more of the fasting, more of those things to try to get it to move, try to get it to, to see what's going on. And so, it's always going back to one, asking yourself, did I do the last thing that he told me to do? Because sometimes we get stuck in that space, especially if the thing that he told you to do is not the thing that you necessarily want to do, especially us as entrepreneurs. There may be something that he's told you to do. And for you, you just like, God, either one, because you are just like, no, I don't want to, I don't want to coach people around that area, because that was something for you that when you got through it, you were like, I vow I'll never go back there again. One, or two, it may be some type of pivot. It may be something different in your head. You're like, well, what are people going to think? When they see me doing this, what are they going to say? What are they going to do? Because then you're now thinking that they're going to think that you're all wishy-washy, that type of thing. So, I always say go back to that last thing. But if you're like, no, babe, I've done that last thing. I know. And, and I've been crying out, begging and pleading, and I don't feel like, I don't hear anything. And it's not that you feel like he's not there. And sometimes you may feel like he's not there, but because according to the word says, he'll never leave me or forsake me. So I know that he's there. But once again, it's just that place right there where, okay, God, I know you see me. I know you hear me. It's one thing where you wonder if he actually sees and hears you. It's that other thing where you're like, God, because in your word, you told me you'll never leave me or forsake me. I know that the Holy Spirit resides in me. So I know that you see me. I know that you hear me. So God, what is going on? Who's been in that space? Thank you for sharing, Amy. Or maybe it's just me and Amy. I don't know. And so once again, when you're in that space, or when you've been in that space, and then once again, you're trying to figure out the thing and wondering what's going on. And like I said, you're asking the questions. You feel like you're doing all the things, or, and once again, when I say all the things, the things that you feel like he's shown and told you to do. So you feel like you're walking in that space, in that place of obedience. And if you're not sure, then you're like, okay, well, God, show me. God, if there's anything where I'm out of alignment, let me know. Show it to me. So once again, it's not like you're not seeking him. And once again, because sometimes we can get into that space of, okay, well, maybe I'm out of alignment, or maybe I'm chasing this, and but that you're not. That you're seeking him. Once again, you're going to him and you're asking him the questions. So even when on the forefront of your mind, you're wondering, you already know that you're in alignment. Like I said, you already know that you're seeking him in the things. So once again, if that's you, and like I said, you've been in that space, once again, I just want to reassure you that one, you're not the only one. And like I said, I've raised my hand to say, hey, I've been in that space, been there, done that, and quite sure probably be in that space again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just, I don't feel like it's just a one and done type of thing. But like I said, it can be discouraging, especially for us. And I'm speaking specifically to my Christians right now, that once again, especially when you see the stuff that's posted online or going on online, and once again, it makes you question you, and it makes you question yourself, and it makes you question your relationship with him, those types of things. And like I said, wondering if he sees and hears you when you see others that are also believers, and once again, things seem to be flowing and going for them. Or like I said, they said that they did a thing, and you're like, well, I did that thing too. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on? And like I said, especially when you get to that space where you feel like there's something wrong with you. And like I said, I want to reassure you, there's nothing wrong with you. And so once again, I just encourage you, if you know that you're in that space where you feel like, you've asked him the questions, you feel like you've been in that space and place where, you feel like you're in alignment, then once again, I'm going to encourage you to keep going. I'm going to encourage you to keep going. And my thing is, you keep showing up. And when I say keep showing up, you just continue to walk out whatever that last thing was that you felt like he's shown and told you. And once again, remember to keep your words in alignment with him. If you have to keep that praise worship going on in the background, so that may mean you have to shut out all that other stuff that's going on in your world. And like I said, keeping that praise and worship going. There may be sermons that you want to have playing in the background. You see what I'm saying? Like those types of things. So kind of guarding your ear and your eye gate during this time, because once again, we know that we're not battling flesh and blood anyway. And once again, it goes back to that spiritual space. So like I said, just remain in that space of walking and talking in what you know and what you've shown and told him, or sorry, what he's shown and told you, that type of thing. Like I said, if you don't have a circle of believers, people that you can reach out to and just let them know, hey, you know what? If I go live one more time and nobody shows up, if I put this up right here one more time and no one invests, or if I, you see what I'm saying? Like those people where you can literally have that space in place where they can stand in the gap. And once again, because we know the word says, once again, where two or three agree on anything on earth to be done by our Father in heaven, you know, where we're touching and agreeing. So now you have that other person where you can touch and agree with on that thing. And now you're not doing it by yourself. You have those others that can intercede on your behalf, that type of thing. So like I said, I want to hop on here. I want to give that encouragement because once again, I have tons and tons of conversations with people behind the scenes. And like I said, just know that it's not just you. And once again, my thing is stand on his word, continue to stand on his word. You know, when you get to that space where you feel like you're giving up. And I know for some of you guys that giving up may not look pretty, and I'm just going to leave it like that giving up may not look pretty. But I just want you to know that not only does God see and hear you, but there's others out there that sees and hears you as well. Amen. I'm reminded, but when we fast, we can anoint our head and wash our face, that our fasting may not be seen by others but by our Father who is in secret. That part, there you go, there you go. And so, yeah, Tiffany, like I said, you guys, it is so much, you know, that's going on, and so much where, like I said, people are doubting and people are wondering because once again, the things that they see in the physical are not aligning with what they've been told and shown in the spiritual. And so that's why I feel like it's so important, especially us as believers in business, you know, to have that circle of other believers, people that are partnering with you. That's another reason why, even for myself, even in this business, especially when it comes to like the group settings that I have them set up in such a way that once again, prayer is a huge part, you know, when you're partnering with one another, where it creates a safe space for you to be open and for you to share what's going really well and then those things that may not be going as well. And you guys, I'm getting there we go. I'm getting a message that my internet is unstable. So prayerfully, it'll hold on for these next minute or so. But like I said, that's why I'm so you know, I'm very intentional about the spaces that I cultivate, especially in group settings, because I want people to be able to have a space where, once again, they don't have to wear the Superman cape. They don't have to always have all the answers, but they can be in that space where they're just like, I don't know what else to do. And they have another people, like almost like a little swarm of people that will swoop in on them and stand and intercede for them once again, so that they don't have to walk that thing out by themselves. Because like I said, it can be very, you know, discouraging. You know, it can be very disappointing, especially like I said, when you feel like you're doing all the things and it doesn't appear as if it's working. But I just want to remind you that God is working things out behind the scenes, even when, you know, you're like, Bev, he ain't moving fast enough, Bev. You don't understand that thing was due 2 weeks ago or whatever that thing was, you know, but just know and understand that he does. He does, sees and hears you, all of that good stuff. And like I said, definitely make sure that you have people that you can go to. If you're not sure, you're like, Bev, I don't have anybody I can talk to, send me a message. Just send me a message. Because like I said, if I can do anything else, I will stand in prayer with you. I will stand in agreement with you, you know, that type of thing, because I know for a fact that prayer changes things, period. Prayer changes things. I know that for a fact. And so once again, if you are a believer and you believe in the power of prayer, and like I said, if that's what you need, then just send me a message, shoot me a message, and I'm more than happy to stand in agreement with you. Okay. So like I said, I want to hop on in here. Once again, the internet is acting a little funny, so hopefully I'm back. You know, it may have blurred me out for a second, but hopefully you guys are able. You stuck on for a little bit, so that you're able. And like I said, I encourage you. You know, if you have questions and all that stuff, anything specific, my inbox is open. Just reach out to me, send me a message. I am more than happy to have a conversation with you. Okay. So you guys, that is all that I have. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You guys, like I said, I know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just the conversations that I'm privileged to have with people behind the scenes. And so I'm just amazed, and I'm grateful and thankful that God allows for me to be able to, you know, to see and hear me, and, you know, being able to use me in that capacity. Is it heavy? Yeah, it can be heavy. But once again, you know, what we do as entrepreneurs, especially specifically believers in business, you know, that's that responsibility that we do have. And so we take it on. That's why it's important, you know, to be able to have that space where you can then have those people that support, lead, and guide you. Okay. So you guys, once again, that is all that I have. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so glad that it's confirmation. And like I said, you know, he sees and hears you. And like I said, pay attention to what we call those God nods. So when you're praying and you're believing for something, and like I said, it doesn't look like anything is going on in the spiritual, you pay attention. Even today, I had two scriptures today, from two completely different resources, and they were the exact same scripture. And so I'm like, okay, God, you know, that type of thing. just really and truly just standing on that. Like I said, those are those little God nods, that little confirmation from him that lets you know that he does see and hear you. So, like I said, I just want to encourage you to hold on. I want to encourage you, when it comes to what it is that you do, that, like I said, he does see and hear you. So, you guys, that is all that I have for you guys today. I pray you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. Those of you, if you do want to join us in the 30-day sales challenge, like I said, it's going to be 30 days. Yes, we have the business piece to it, but once again, it's also that piece that I mentioned where at least for the next 30 days, you'll be surrounded with other believers in business that are going to stand and intercede on behalf of you and your business. So I would strongly encourage you, if you have not joined us in the 30-day sales challenge, this is your invitation to go ahead and join us. We would love to have you. We would love to have you in that space where we can love on you over the next 30 days when it comes to you and your business. Okay. So you guys, like I said, if you have anything you want to share with me, feel free to hop in my messenger. I would love to have those conversations with you as well in there. Once again, the invitation to join us in the 30-day sales challenge. Like I said, I've been over there working on the behind the scenes. Those of you, if you have signed up, be on the lookout for an email that's going to go out a little bit later on. Like I said, just can't believe that we kick off our next 30 days together tomorrow. So once again, I'm inviting you, if you haven't joined us, definitely check out the clickable link, wherever that clickable link is. Join us in the 30-day sales challenge. Like I said, we would love to have you guys join us and journey with us for the next 30 days. Okay. So you guys, thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys on the other side of this live. Take care. Take care. Take care.